It's 4 a.m. I just drove 3.5 hours from Pittsburgh to see the grand opening of a gas station. Don't judge me. It's a sea of beaver onesies, babies, and brisket out here. I'm spending the next 24 hours ranking unique Buc-ee snacks from best to worst to find the one snack to rule them all. Let's go! So I got here at 4 a.m. and the parking lot was already packed. I don't know who these people are, but they need to go back to bed. I somehow found a parking spot way in the back and then moseyed up to see the crowd. Looking around, I see many moms and dads, news anchors, crazies in Buc-ee's onesies, and a few that have definitely been here way too long. I got in line a little after 5 to wait for the 6 a.m. opening, and I'm not gonna lie, I am freezing my buns off right now. At this point, it better be worth it. Wait, it's 6 a.m. I hear the Buc-ee bros are chanting. All right, let's go!
Buc-ee, 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 Buc-ee. Rolling down the highway, sunrise on the dash. Heard a legend in Ohio, had to see it fast. Billboards getting bigger, Beaver on the sign. Said world's best snacks, yeah, I won't waste time. Pull up, whole place shining like a show.
We're almost there. Golly gee whiz, is that Buc-ee's Bill the prancing brisket cowboy?
Really? You had one job. You had one job. Hey, meet the new guy on your team. He got the memo.
All right, here we go. First time stepping into Buc-ee's. I am way too excited about this. Oh my gosh, there he is. It's Buc-ee the magical gas station beaver. Nice to meet you.
First stop, Buc-ee's opening day vibe, fresh brisket, sweet tea. Yeah, we had to slide. Cleanest floors I've ever seen in my life. Grab a snack, take a bite, everything hits right. First stop, Buc-ee's, yeah, we made it in. While the snacks don't know where to begin. From jerky to fudge, yeah, I tried it all.
All right, first thing on my list, breakfast. Let's see what they've got. Okay, they've got a beast burrito with bacon, sausage, egg, cheese, and potatoes. A sausage, egg, and cheese taco. A sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. A whole breakfast bowl. Apple pie. Homemade beaver potato chips. Another bacon, egg, and cheese taco. A super taco with everything on it, including some green tomatillo sauce. They have beaver tots. And wait, a brisket taco? That's the one we wanted to try. Let's grab one. The brisket taco was $5.99, and it's got a tortilla loaded with scrambled eggs and brisket. No sauce, just straight to business. All right, let's dig in. Here we go. This is way better than it looks. The eggs are super soft and tender, and the brisket is too. There's no sauce on it, but honestly, it works. The eggs kind of bring out that nice steak flavor. The tortilla tastes fresh too. You can tell it was homemade. It's simple, but really good. All right, this is starting off strong. Brisket taco is going in at number 1 for now. Let's keep looking and see what else they've got.
Roll the window down, let the miles unwind. I can taste the risk on the edge of my mind. Every town got a story, every bite got a flame. I'm chasing new roads and I'm calling your name. Take me coast to coast. I'm hungry for the road. Take me coast to coast.
I think my sugar alarm just went off. Look at all the fudge. They've got every flavor imaginable. Lime, peanut butter, cookies and cream, M&M, and even birthday cake. But the Praline pecan is the one that really rang my bells. All dressed up in a little bow like a birthday present. It's got a Praline pecan vanilla base and a layer of caramel with Praline pecans inside for $3.99. All right, let's see if it lives up to the hype. This is soft and gooey, like aggressively soft and gooey. You can tell it was made like 5 minutes ago and immediately put in a bow for emotional impact. You get the praline right away, then real caramel and light vanilla in the background. This isn't as sweet as it looks, and I'm not mad at it. This was an excellent sweet treat, and I'm glad I picked it. Now, looking at our Buc-oo-meter board, I would put this just under the Tenderlicious brisket and egg taco. Both were delicious. Now let's look around at some of that magical beaver merch.
With the map in my sight. Take me coast to coast. I'm hungry for the road. Take me coast. Kansas fries on.
The sun's at high noon. Let's mosey on over and check out the gas prices and see how they stack up against the prices back home. Whoa, they got 108 gas pumps here. This is a full-blown fuel circus. It looks like the price is $3.39 a gallon. That's right in the sweet spot. Gotta fuel up before I ride off into the sunset. After that, I noticed the crowd starting to gather for the grand opening and the special guests. Alright, let's head over and take a gander.
No, I want beaches in Georgia and bury it late at night. I'm alive out here with the map in my sight.
Good everyone, welcome to the grand opening of Buc-ee's Huber Heights. How you feeling today? We've heard about this for a long time. We know this was years in the making, and the day is finally here. I know it's been open since this morning, but this is the official ribbon cutting ceremony. So we've got some very special people here this afternoon. So let's make them feel welcome here at Buc-ee's Huber Heights, will you? All right, first up, the Executive Director, Huber Heights Chamber of Commerce. Please welcome my friend, Mason Hutton.
Thank you, Jeff. Well, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, welcome to today's grand opening ceremony. Before we get started though, I'd like to be able to show Arch and the Buc-ee's team what it means to be in the state of the Buckeyes. So let's give them a good welcome with OH. Welcome to Ohio, Arch. That's the kind of energy we like to bring here in Huber Heights. I have heard though that everything's bigger in Texas, but today there's a twist to that. We have the biggest Buc-ee's right here in Huber Heights, Ohio right now.
Special events like this. So at this time, it is my pleasure to welcome to Buc-ee's the Governor, State of Ohio, Governor Mike DeWine.
Jeff, thank you very much. Well, Beaver, let me just say this, that on behalf of the people of the state of Ohio, we want to welcome Buc-ee's to this great state. Thank you for coming here. You know, our grandkids, we have a lot of grandkids, and actually two of them are here with us today, but our grandkids have been telling us for a long time about how great Buc-ee's is. And they kept saying to me, so Grandpa, why doesn't Ohio have a Buc-ee's? So today I can answer them, Ohio now does have a Buc-ee's, and maybe we might have a few more coming someday as well. So we're very, very excited about that.
Welcome at this time the mayor of the city of Huber Heights, who had a lot to do with that. Please give it up for Jeff Gore.
It's so awesome to see everybody out here today for this certainly a very special occasion. You know, I'm going to keep this fairly short, but you know, it was about 7 years ago. My son lives outside of Houston, Texas, and I was there visiting, and we were on our way to Austin, and it was about 7 years ago that I saw or went into. My son said, "If you've never been to a Buc-ee's, we got to go, Dad. We got to go." So that was again about 7 years ago. I visited my first Buc-ee's, and all I could think about from that point forward was, man, we are right at the intersection of 70 and 75. There's just got to be a place close to us where this just makes sense. And yeah, I got to pinch myself because now here we are 7 years later, and I'm standing here getting ready to introduce the founder, Beaver, of Buc-ee's in the Huber Heights community. So this is really just an incredible day and a long journey to get here. And whereas the city of Huber Heights is honored to welcome Buc-ee's to the Huber Heights community with the first store in the state of Ohio, and recognizing the tremendous economic, cultural, and recreational impacts that Buc-ee's brings to the Miami Valley, Ohio region. Now therefore, I, Jeff Gore, Mayor of the City of Huber Heights, Ohio, do hereby proclaim Monday, April the 6th, 2026 in Huber Heights, Ohio as Buc-ee's Day. In commemoration of the grand opening and ribbon cutting ceremony for the Huber Heights Buc-ee's on this date. Be it further resolved that this recognition is sealed by presenting Beaver Applin III, founder, CEO of Buc-ee's, a key to the city of Huber Heights as a token of our esteem. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and cause the seal of the City of Heber Heights, Ohio, to be affixed this 6th day of April in the year of our Lord, 2026. Beaver?
Thank you, Mayor. Wow. I don't know where to start. Maybe the beginning, when I had this kind of crazy idea at 23 years old that I was going to build a convenience store, name it after my Labrador Retriever, make my logo a beaver since my nickname's a beaver. It never occurred to me that I'd get a key to the city in Ohio. So I don't even know what to say, Mayor. Thank you. Wow. I continue to be surprised and humbled when I show up to a grand opening and see this kind of love and this kind of turnout. It just, my daughter was with me when we drove up, and she just reached up and touched my shoulder and said, "With Dad, you did it again." So I don't know what to say, but Governor, thank you. For you and the First Lady to come and attend speaks volumes to me about y'all's leadership and your love of your community and your state, and to take the time to come. There's a lot of businesses, there's a lot of openings, and the governor can't attend every one of them. So thank you so much for choosing this one. The crowds here are just amazing. It also never occurred to me back then that we would have people line up before 6 o'clock in the morning to open a store. That speaks volumes. And I am told that this morning, when they opened the doors at 6, that it took over 14 minutes. 14 minutes for the people in the line to get in to the store. And so I don't even know what to say about that. Some of the people that I work with have heard me say this before. I attribute it to my 5th grade teacher, but Ms. Bankson, but she said, "My cup runneth over." And I don't know how to say it any nicer than that. Just so happy, so pleased, so excited.
1, 2, 3. Try again, up here, look up here. 1, 2, 3.
Yay! They did it! Alright, we're halfway through our 24 hours at Buc-ee's challenge. Now let's head back inside and go hunt down some more snickety snacks.
Let the whole world know I want peaches in Georgia and bury it late at night. I'm alive out here with the map in my sight. Take me coast to coast.
Sample brisket.
Thanks, bro. That man just gave me some brisket to taste. Soft, tender, and meaty. I can't wait to try the sandwiches for lunch and dinner. Now, let's look at some Beaver merch. I can't decide if I want a stuffed or plastic Buc-ee. Let me know in the comments which Buc-ee you'd pick. This one's $26.98. A little pricey for a beaver, but okay. There's a baby Buc-ee football for $5. They got a Buc-ee lunchbox for $10. There's a dancing Buc-ee for $25. I have no idea why he's dancing, but I like it. They have Buc-ee books, a nightlight, and a pillow for $12. Honestly, that's a full bedtime ecosystem. Here's a bobblehead for $20. That's a bit steep for a head that just agrees with everything. A Buc-ee bank for $10, so now he's also your financial advisor. We've got cups, mugs, and shot glasses for $5. A nice golden replica statue of the one outside for $15. A giant sippy cup for $30, and even Buc-ee scented candles. I have questions about that.
Okay.
There's even a waffle iron, so now you can eat a hamster for breakfast. And then there's hats, pins, and collectible patches. Whoa, I think I need this rubber duck. I'm absolutely quackers for this thing. I'm starting to get pretty hangry from all this shopping. We need to fix that. Let's go find another snack before we wrap this up.
Tell me where the spice runs deep. Tell me where the vendors meet. I want the sweet, I want the heat. I want a story on my plate tonight. Take me where the flavors run. Take me where the road is young. New food, new sky, new run. I'm alive, I'm alive.
Looking at all these sweet treats, I want everything. But instead of grabbing the usual picks, I'm just going with what looks good to me. They've got whoopie pies, cookies, brownies, and of course the famous beaver tail everyone talks about. But this red velvet whoopie pie caught my attention. It was $3.19 and was made from 2 soft red velvet cake-like cookies with cream in the middle. All right, let's try this. Hurry up, sticky fingers. Let's see what we've got. Look at that thing. Okay, here we go. That's good. Really soft, kind of dense, a good moist chocolatey red velvet cake. The cream cheese filling is super sweet. It's good, but there's something in there that tastes a little artificial. Or that might just be the praline pecan fudge still lingering. Hard to say at this point. Either way, it's solid, just very sugary. I might have to come back and try some of the other whoopie pies later. This feels like a situation worth revisiting. Looking at the rankings, I'm putting this at number 3, right under the praline pecan fudge. Still really good, just leans heavy on the sugary sweet side. After that, I started getting a little sleepy, ran to my car, and took a quick power nap. Then woke up and decided to go back and finish looking at Buc-ee's hamster merch.
Take me where the river bends. Take me where the old town sends. New food, new sky, new run. I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive.
They've got a lot of cool stuff here. Here's a section of toys, stretchy toys, disc throwers, and pop-up cars flying out like it's a mini amusement park. Here's a soft Buc-ee you can color on for $13. Here's a suction cup Buc-ee for your car, and a Buc-ee car shade. Over here is a Buc-ee wearable blanket snuggie. And oh, here we go, the coveted Buc-ee onesie for $20. Should I buy one of these for myself? Let me know in the comments. Here's a Buc-ee blanket for $13, a Buc-ee neck pillow for $9. There's a whole section of rainbow ponies and unicorns. Isn't that magical? This section has Paw Patrol gifts. Over here is a Spider-Man tie plushie with some other Marvel characters. Oh dear, and over here are the Buc-ee's cheetah bikinis. Somebody's mom is absolutely walking out of here with one of these. It's 5 o'clock, officially chow time. Buc-ee's has fully switched over to dinner, and I've been waiting all day to try the barbecued brisket. Hold up, what's that sound?
Fresh brisket on the board! Fresh brisket on the board! Smelled it before I saw it. Line out front, sun going down. Everybody waiting, nobody leaving town. Smoke in the air like it's calling my name. I wasn't even hungry, now I can't play. Menu on the wall, nothing too fancy. Brisket, ribs, yeah, that's all I need. They slice it slow, I just nod my head. Already planning everything I'm about to get.
Looking at the sandwiches, they've got a club melt with ham, turkey, and bacon. They have Carolina pulled pork sandwiches and peach cobbler, plus apple pie for dessert. And here are more of their magical hamster chips. In this heavenly section, they have their barbecue. They have a tray of sliced brisket, a sliced brisket sandwich with no sauce, and a sliced brisket sandwich with sauce. Hurry up and grab one. Over here is a chopped brisket sandwich. Let's try one of those. Now, let's go out to the snack wagon where I can inhale these sandwiches in peace. The first one I tried was the sliced brisket sandwich. This was sliced brisket stacked onto a fresh bun with barbecue sauce for $8.99. All right, let's quit beefing around and dig in. Did you see what I did there? Okay, here we go. Now that's what I'm talking about. The bun's soft but sturdy enough to hold everything together without falling apart. The brisket comes in thick, tender slices covered in a sweet barbecue sauce that really brings the whole thing home. And man, this beef is tender, like barely need to chew tender. It's got that rich beefy flavor with a little smoky kick in the background tying it all together. Yeah, I absolutely love this. The brisket is doing what brisket was meant to do. Looking at the Buc-ee board, I'm putting this at number 1. That's gonna be tough to beat. But now we've gotta try the chopped brisket and settle this beef once and for all. The chopped brisket was also $8.99, and this one's pretty similar, just shredded into tiny little baby pieces of meat and mixed with their barbecue sauce. The bun is buttery and soft, and the whole thing just kind of melts in your mouth the second you bite into it. You still get that rich meaty flavor, a little smoke, and that sweet savory barbecue sauce, tying it all together. Honestly, it tastes identical to the sliced brisket. The only real difference is the texture. This has a super soft mouthfeel. So yeah, I'm doing something a little silly here and calling it a tie. Both the chopped and sliced brisket are both sharing the #1 spot. They're just that good. All right, now let's see what else is hiding inside this gas station of wonders.
I've been waiting, I'm ready to walk. Texas barbecue, low and slow. That first bite hits and you already know. Brisket ribs, let it all stack. Then I'm going back for the barbecue snacks. Texas barbecue, don't need much, just a good plate and a little sauce. Beans on the side, chips in a sack. Yeah, I came for this, and I'm coming back.
When I walked in the front, they were handing out free samples of Buc-ee's #1 snack, the famous Beaver Nuggets. And you already know one of my favorite food groups is sugar. So this was a big moment for me. Yummy. Okay, I really like these. They're basically big, crunchy corn puffs covered in this sweet caramel coating. Fresh, light, crispy, and dangerously snackable. And apparently, people eat these with milk like breakfast cereal. And honestly, that sounds like something I'd do at 2 in the morning without regrets. So naturally, I'm trying that when I get home. Stay tuned for the breakfast Beaver Nugget experiment. Looking at the snack chart, I'd put these right under the Praline fudge. So far, all of these snacks have slapped, and yeah, I would absolutely buy these again. We decided to grab a bag of the hamster snacks and toss them into the growing pile of Buc-ee's souvenirs. So far, I've got the Beaver Nuggets, the stuffed Beaver Nugget plushie pillow thing, which honestly still cracks me up, the Buc-ee's rubber ducky, and a 3D Buc-ee's magnet because I saw it and suddenly needed it. Alright, enough souvenir collecting for now. Let's go find something savory to eat, and then immediately follow that up with more sugar.
Cornbread warm, melts right through. Mac and cheese, yeah, I need that too. Grab a pickle, onions on top. Told myself one plate, yeah, I didn't stop. Someone said save room for later. I looked at them like I'm not that player. Everybody got me slowing down, but I'm still looking at another round. Hands all messy, I don't care. This the kind of meal you gotta wear. Texas barbecue, low and slow stack.
One of the things Buc-ee's is basically famous for is the wall of jerky. I don't want to be a jerk, but I'm not a huge jerky guy. But when you're staring at that many flavors, it starts feeling like you have to pick a side. They've got hot and spicy, jalapeno, teriyaki, bohemian garlic, ghost pepper, jalapeno honey, sweet and spicy, cherry maple, Korean barbecue, steakhouse, and honestly a few more that I got tired of reading. I was immediately drawn to cherry maple because, of course, sugar. But I wasn't about to commit to a whole bag in case I didn't like it. Luckily, Buc-ee's has a jerky counter where you can just buy a single piece like some kind of snack trial program. So I perused the flavors, found cherry maple, which was $14.99 per pound, and ordered one piece. Then I walked out to the lobby with my magical blue drink to do a little taste test. My one piece of jerky came out to $5.70. This was basically dried steak with some kind of cherry maple situation on top. Alright, let's try this. Okay, that's interesting. It's actually not as tough as regular jerky. Way easier to tear apart. You get that seasoned spicy beef flavor first, then the cherry comes in, and there's a little maple sweetness in the background. I actually really like this. I'd definitely get it again, and now I kind of want to try the other flavors too. I think Buc-ee's might be turning me into a certified Jerky fan. Which flavor would you try? Comment below. Looking at the snack board, I'd put this sweet and savory combo right between the Beaver Nuggets and the whoopie pie. Honestly, everything here has been good so far. Alright, now I think I spotted something sugary around the corner calling my name. One of the other desserts Buc-ee's is famous for is their pudding. They've got the famous banana pudding, key lime pie pudding, a coconut pie cup, chocolate pie cups, and even strawberry yogurt cups. Everybody always goes for the banana pudding, but honestly, the coconut one was calling my name, so we tried that instead. Around the corner was the burritos and tacos section. They had a brisket burrito, Texas cheesesteak burrito, brisket mac and cheese, pulled pork mac and cheese, a Cuban sandwich I think another YouTuber was trying to hunt down, a chicken burrito, 2-pack chicken fajita tacos, and even a veggie burrito hiding in the corner from all those dirty meat burritos. And you know me, once I saw the brisket mac and cheese, it was game over. That thing had my attention immediately, so I grabbed one and moseyed on back to the snack wagon to chow down. The brisket mac and cheese was $7.99 and came with creamy mac and cheese topped with a scoop of barbecue brisket. I can already tell this is going to be dangerous. It looks so creamy and delicious. Scoop it up, Pokey. Wow, this tastes just as good as it looks. The mac and cheese is soft, creamy, and really smooth, not all sticky and clumpy. And the brisket brings that sweet, smoky barbecue flavor that goes ridiculously well with the cheddar cheese sauce. Now, I've got a problem. Do we have a three-way tie happening right now? This is becoming a dilemma. Looking at the chart, and for the sake of the video, I'm putting this at number 2. But trust me, this thing was magnificent. Now, it's time for more sugar. The coconut pie cup was $3.99 and came with a graham cracker crust, coconut pie filling, whipped cream, and coconut flakes on top. All right, time to dig in. Here we go, snack fam. Just gonna shove it in my pie hole real quick. Okay, this sweet treat is just all right. The coconut flavor is pretty light. It kind of shows up, says hello, and then leaves. It's also not very sweet, which is a little surprising. Overall, it feels a bit plain. I feel like it could use something extra, like white chocolate chips or even regular chocolate chips, to give it a little more punch. I've got to be honest, I was a little disappointed with this one. Can't say I'd get it again. But hey, we still have more to try and more merch to check out. For now, this one's going straight to the bottom of the list. And after all that, I decided I needed another nap before my long, death-defying 3.5-hour trip back home. Okay, let's go, Snack Pack.
Yeah, this is a good day. Sun out, table in the shade. Cooler pack, yeah, we came prepared. Smell that smoke, it's in the air. You already know it's gonna be good there. Grill going, people laughing loud. Music playing, small crowd. Paper plates and folding chairs. Nothing fancy, but nobody cares. Take it slow, no need to rush. This right here is more than enough. I love good barbecue and a picnic day. Good food, good people, we just stay.
When I walked past the deli section, I noticed a bunch of interesting treats and sandwiches. I was honestly eyeing that Italian sub pretty hard. It looked really good, but I wanted to try something different. Then we spotted this chicken salad croissant with cranberries and pecans. This was $7.99, and honestly, it looked pretty fancy for a gas station goodie. All right, let's try this thing. This is a really light chicken salad. You get the crunch from the pecans and a little sweetness from the cranberries, but the flavor overall is pretty mellow. The croissant is soft, light, and fresh too, but it's not bringing a ton of flavor to the party either. This feels more like a fancy little snack than a big flavor bomb. Looking at the snack chart, I'd probably put this just above the pudding and the whoopie pie. Cool idea, very classy, just needed a little more oomph. Alright, now my sugar senses are kicking in again. I think I spotted something over at the sweeties counter that's calling my name. Over at the sweets counter, I spotted a Praline pecan snacky. This little southern sugar bomb is made with buttery brown sugar, cream, and loaded up with pecans. Nuts and sugar? Yeah, that's speaking my language. Alright, let's give this a taste. Ooh, I like sugar. Sweet, nutty, buttery. This thing is dangerous. It tastes kind of like praline chocolate packed with pecans, brown sugar, caramel, and a little maple flavor sneaking in there too. Super sweet, but honestly, I really like it. I might even like it a smidge bit more than the praline fudge. Looking at the snack rankings, yep, I'm nudging this one just above the fudge. This little snacky came to play. It's almost midnight. I've been roaming around Buc-ee's for what feels like an entire lifetime, and somehow this sugary adventure still isn't over yet. Because there's one final snack experiment waiting for me back home. Beaver Nuggets with milk. Leave it to Beaver to end the night like this.
Wait, I love good barbecue, simple and right. Sitting outside till the end of the night. Chips on the side, drink in my hand. This is the kind of day I plan. Cornbread, warm beans on the side. Mac and cheese, yeah, let it ride. Grab a little of everything here. Go back again like one more, I swear. Somebody grilling, flipping it slow, talking like they run the show. I'm just there for another Gotta stay.
I flew back home as fast as I could, and boy, are my arms tired. It's 3 a.m., and it's time to try Buc-ee's Beaver Nuggets in milk. These caramel corn nuggets are straight up delicious. Pour it in, baby. All right. Now. Yeah, this is good. This tastes like a high-quality caramel popcorn cereal. I love this. They're sweet, but not too sweet. Just enough to keep you going back for more. Honestly, I wish I bought more bags, and probably every other Beaver Nugget flavor they've got so I could do a full ranking. At least I have my stuffed nuggets to remember them by. Looks like I have to make another trip. Looking at the snack chart, I think I'd put these just under the regular Beaver Nuggets. But either way, both are absolutely delicious. What an adventure. If I had to recommend anything, it's anything with brisket in it. Every single one hit. The only real miss for me was the coconut pudding cup. I hope they improve that. Let me know if you've been to Buc-ee's and what your favorite item is in the comments. Drop a hype and like if you enjoyed the snack run. Thanks for watching, Sugar Nuggets. See you next time.